Hello, I am at Banpo Hangang River Park in Seoul. I visited here on Sunday weekend. As you can see, there are food trucks selling food on the left and right. This is an area near the river among the food truck business areas permitted by Seoul City. In Seoul, where public transportation is developed, it is not easy to see food trucks like in the US. You can only see them during festivals. Today is the day of the Ttukbuk Ttukbuk Festival. Here, this special festival is a festival where they set up comfortable places to rest on the Hangang Bridge. This road was originally a car-only road, but it was made so that cars can pass and pedestrians can walk. I think it's because I came around dinner time, but there were a lot of people lining up in front of the food truck. I can't express it in the video, but it smelled like really delicious grilled meat. I really wanted to eat it too. I looked up information about this festival, and it seems that there are various performances and experiences prepared every Sunday for about a month. I thought I should come back again next time. If you look to the right, you can see people lying on the floor. They are meditating with singing bowls. I don't know if I can meditate in such a noisy place, but it's a really unique sight. If you walk straight along the road in front, you will arrive at the Yongsan area of Seoul. You can cross the Hangang River, which is about 1,200 meters wide, on this bridge. The Yongsan area is where, quote, Itaewon, a famous tourist attraction in Seoul, is located. It is also famous as a wealthy area where the richest people in Korea live. The CEOs of Samsung, Hyundai, SK, and LG all live in this area. The starting point before I cross the bridge is also famous as a wealthy area. This area is simply a wealthy area. The reason is because it is located in the center of Seoul. It is a good location where you can go anywhere in Seoul in less than an hour. It is natural that rich people prefer this area. The housing prices are also very expensive, so even if an average Korean works their whole life, they won't be able to live here. In particular, the concentration of population in Seoul is serious in Korea. All of Korea's infrastructure is concentrated in this city, so much so that it is called the Republic of Seoul. Even in Seoul, where everything in Korea is located, living in the center has a very symbolic meaning. This is currently evaluated as the cause of Seoul's absurdly high real estate prices and low birth rate. But the rich don't care about that. They don't care if the birth rate falls or not, as long as they make money. I ended up talking about a heavy topic. If you look to the right, you can see craftsmen selling their wares. And if you look towards the top of the bridge, there is a fountain shooting out. It is called the Moonlight Rainbow Fountain. As far as I know, it is the only bridge in Seoul that shoots out a fountain. If you look to the left, you will see a tent set up. It is called the Picnic Healing Zone. During the festival, the tent is operated and anyone can visit here and make a reservation to rest there. Do you see the fountain pouring down to the left this time? This time, I'm going back to where I started. If you look to the right, you can see high-rise buildings in the distance. It is a luxury apartment complex. Koreans prefer to live in apartments rather than single-family homes. This is different from other countries that prefer single-family homes. There are many reasons for this, but the biggest reason is that living in apartments is comfortable and efficient. In order for Korea to develop from an underdeveloped country to an advanced country, it needed to improve the living environment of its citizens, and apartments were the method that could achieve the greatest effect at the lowest cost. 1,000-unit residential complexes are common in Korea, and group housing makes building maintenance and management very cheap. The administrative management system is also efficient, so work is done much faster. Until the 1970s, Korean politics had a dictatorial structure, so the government was able to take the lead in building apartments in large quantities. When foreigners travel to Seoul, the thing that most shocks them is the sheer number of high-rise apartment buildings. It has become such a common culture that 52% of Koreans now live in apartments. Of course, Korea's apartment culture also has its drawbacks. People started to judge which apartment they live in by the apartment construction company brand, and this is dividing them into another class society. The problem is that this is also discriminating children in schools. Which apartment do you live in? Korea has experienced rapid economic growth, so the idea that money is everything is rampant. There is a perception that people without money can be ignored and looked down on. The luxury apartment you see there is also a building built by Samsung. Samsung is famous overseas for its electronic products, but in Korea, it is a huge company that has no business it doesn't touch, such as construction, insurance, and resorts. When it was completed, the sale price was one of the top 5 in Korea. Naturally, it is a house that ordinary people like me could never buy, even if we worked our whole lives. If you look to the right, you can see a building floating on the water. That's where you can board a yacht, and there's a fancy restaurant. It's famous as a filming location for the Hollywood movie Marvel's Avengers: Age of Ultron, where the villains were created in a research lab. They are performing pansori, a traditional Korean song. The reason why this Hangang Park is famous is because of the bridge fountain. The fountain pours down from the bridge along with the performance. It is listed in the Guinness Book of World Records as the world's longest bridge fountain. On days when there are no performances, music is heard from the bridge every 30 minutes in the evening, and colorful lights are flashed to the beat. You can watch the fountain show while eating street food from a food truck and looking at the night view of Seoul. It is very famous as a romantic place. This time we are walking to a place where there is a building floating on the water. This place is also crowded with people. There is a silent DJ party going on. People are wearing headphones and enjoying themselves along with the songs selected by the DJ. For people like me who do not wear headphones, it looks like a funny sight to see people dancing and singing in a quiet atmosphere. Perhaps there is an apartment complex right next door, so they are wearing headphones like this to prevent noise complaints from the residents. This is the end of my Banpo Hangang River Park night view tour video. Thank you for watching the video.